Hey, Tally.
Like, for instance, Tally, can you compare that to something? Compare that to like something else. Could you compare it to like, I don't know, is there like another metric to, because that didn't sound like a huge number to me. For instance, Elon Musk is giving Trump $45 billion a month.
Well, hold on, Solomon. That needs to be corrected too. That's not exactly right.
Sound right.
Elon
a month?
That doesn't sound right.
Can I clarify?
I'm going to a super.
Oh my gosh, never mind. I just got it. I got it.
Go ahead, Monica. Go ahead.
Elon Musk actually created the super PAC, and it's going to voter registration and electoral processes, not specifically Trump or the Republicans.
Yeah, but it's a PAC for Trump.
No.
It's a super PAC on those two issues. I'll say this.
Trump did acknowledge it in his speech. Like he acknowledged it like it was going to him. So if it wasn't going to him,
Elon
it didn't have anything to do with him.
Hey, Biden's going to show his face, so...
Oh, he's not dead. That's good.
Doesn't it scare you?
The week ain't over yet.
You said Joe Biden's what?
The week isn't over yet.
Breaking news, Biden is going to show his face for the first time.
Where's he at? Show that nigga. Where's he at?
AI generated.
Exactly. Where the fuck is he at, man?
Let's just raise attention to the jokes that fly. Oh, he's not dead, but I mean, if we were to flip that.
It wasn't a joke.
Look.
It's sincere. It's not a joke.
You guys never stop crying.
It's not a joke. It was sincere.
Okay.
It was released.
It is a joke. I
Hold on.
even
If it is a joke, listen, I'm not going to sit here and allow you to try to make it sound like that.
But it wasn't a joke.
It was a joke,
No, Florida all the way down there.
Florida, you're really low, bro.
Yeah, really low.
Really low.
Just saying that's the level of intensity that if we're that.
Hey, Tally, can I ask you a question? Can I ask Tally a question?
No, you can't.
Hey, school, you gotta wait till Florida.
Can I ask you a question?
Billy Joe Bob wants to speak.
If I said it and I say it's not a joke, then it wasn't a joke.
It was a joke.
It was actually released because he hasn't been seen since last Wednesday.
Oh, sorry. Didn't realize you were speaking Florida. What's up, school?
Doesn't it scare you guys that the election, like our election process, started so much money is going into our election process? Doesn't it scare anyone in the U.S. that in 2022 it cost almost $8 billion for races?
That's
in
$8 billion of jobs. It's creating jobs.
What jobs is it creating?
Yo, school, you sound
That was electoral politics.
Don't be broke, school.
This question was the topic
Finish his
because
question
she brought up
when
the
5 other
election.
people on mic. Shut up.
Yo, Don, how you doing?
Don?
Listen, guys, listen. Can you hear me better now?
No.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
A little bit.
Just honestly, guys, seriously, if you are not a moderator, please don't try to moderate the room. When three other people try to... Dawn, why don't you let the moderators do what the moderators do and
we'll try to moderate the room,
do
though.
what the moderators don't do, all right? At the end of the day, when people that aren't moderators are going to sit here and try to, start modding the stage in some way or another, and then 4 of them start doing it, and all 4 of them disagree with the way that the room needs to be moderated,
this is so random.
and it just starts turning into mayhem, chaos, and
I agree.
I agree.
I'll just stop.
Who is moderating?
Lord is right. Let the moderate.
I don't know. That was the most random shit ever, bro.
I'll disagree. I'll interrupt.
Guys,
I'll be rude.
let Tally answer the
I
question,
swear to God.
We
Have nice things.
Who is
Have
stage
nice
modding?
things. This is why
One
we
mic.
do not have nice fucking things. Don, I like you, but don't make me send you to the fucking audience.
You better
For
chill
what?
out.
You're stealing. Don't be rude.
School asked Talia a question.
You gotta relax on Dawn, though.
Sometimes, bro.
She didn't say nothing crazy to you.
Florida done lost it.
Start moving people.
Tally, did you want to answer?
One mic on top.
Who cut Florida off when he was hogging the mic and now he mad about it? What, you gonna throw people off stage? What?
a lot of background.
Yeah, y'all
noise.
mics are garbage right now. It
That's
sounds like
Mr.
Finley.
I don't
Okay,
even know
so
if Finley
Yeah,
or
I'm in my car.
Bro, this is public
no,
transit.
no, it doesn't scare me that it costs a lot of money to win an election in America. Sure, it disqualifies some people, actually the vast majority of people, but most people weren't going to qualify either way. So, no. And also, they're not advertising just to Americans for the sake of winning our votes.
All right, Luca, we see you.
They're also American media in all its forms, including our presidential candidates, are for the consumption of the world.
Okay, then.
I'd like to go after Luca.
On that
But hold on.
So,
Wait, School, a lot of people want to
I
answer.
just have one last question for Tali.
Okay, well, I want to go after Luca after you go.
Oh, that's fine. So, Tali, so Alaska changed to a rank voting system.
Niggers.
Shut up.
Niggers. Your mama, Rondo.
Alaska changed to a ranked vote system, right, Tali? And the in 2022, it cost less than $2 million for their
Wait, Luca, you can go after School and Tally.
for their congressional election process. So $2 million. That is a dime in the. It was so cheap because they didn't have a primary process. They didn't have to spend money on ads and all of this bullshit that happens through these elections. And guess what? This ranked vote system seems to be benefiting Alaska. Why are we allowing companies, or however you guys want to call them, I'm just going to say companies, to basically run this country? They own this country. If someone is giving you $90 million as a presidential candidate, what does that mean? Does that mean you have the Americans' backs, or does that mean you have this company's back?
School, what is the solution? Like, why are you bringing this up?
Hold on, though, because
the corporations are people, Schools, so that's why.
I'm just running out of time, and I want Tally to answer and Luca to have a turn. And I think Dawn wanted to get in earlier. You got to pass the mic around.
Yeah,
Tally,
corporations are people, I believe. So
They are not people.
I don't.
They are not people. You
So
cannot
why are
get a
these things
corporation to
mutually
prison.
exclusive, though?
Looks like people to me.
Yeah, it looks like a bunch of people organizing.
Samoa, Thomas, like, we have to have a...
What do you mean people are not people?
Guys, I
Damn
don't want to start shooting people to the fucking audience, but I am so fucking close.
Dude, you and your period, man. Come on, man.
Oh, come on.
Shoot them, Florida, shoot them.
I believe that.
Damn, two white people conspiring on killing us.
Okay. Did you want to,
Keep playing with me, assholes!
we gonna, come on.
Why are you so...
No, Tally,
Just
please
wait
take
until
another
we
minute.
people on the stage by the time I'm done.
Tally, you want to finish your final?
Yeah, that was my final thought. Corporations are people.
Okay. Luca, did Luca want to go before me? Okay, so, School,
Say, man, y'all need to get control of your minds, fam.
there was a trucker who campaigned, and I think he spent like $500 on his campaign, and he won. So I think it was true that there's a lot of money in politics, but I think with the internet and social media, we actually can fix it on our own. And I was excited to see that. I think in the future, there's a possibility for a $0 campaign that could be successful.
That's pretty silly, but
I'm still cooking, but I do know that there was, I don't know if it was Alaska, but there's somewhere that was using ranked choice and they're having to recount their submissions. I don't know that I've been convinced on ranked choice voting yet.
I heard that
It's way better than the current trash we got right now.
I think there was one place, was it France, where like the right won, and then they were like, oh shit, and then since like it's almost like if everybody like watched Donald Trump win again, and then they got to vote instantly, like, oh shit, we fucked up. Let's get a do-over. I think that's a part of ranked choice voting or something.
Hey, yo, Florida.
Can we?
Wait, hold on. Wait,
what
one
just
second.
happened, bro?
1 second, bro. 1 second. Yo, Florida, I want you to finish with your thought before you lost your mic. We were talking about the comparisons
Hold on,
between.
bro. So I gotta be quiet for this white boy too? What the fuck?
Man, I don't give a fuck about none of that, bro. I just want him to finish his point.
Yeah, fuck him.
You might gonna lose his mind until you're upstate.
Well, all right, Florida, what were you saying, man?
Bro, he lost his shit,
He was comparing the whole Kamala Harris,
Come on,
the
bro.
whole Biden
Stop that shit,
situation, and
Samoa.
Trump. Yeah,
Are you gonna talk or not?
I'm gonna send you the fucking audience, and I'm not bringing you back the fuck up. I'm not bringing you back the fuck up. And I hope you get moved to the audience so many times that nobody can bring you back the fuck up, Samoa. Because all you fucking do is try to cut other people off, center yourself, ad-lib, dick ride, and make stupid jokes that aren't even funny. I don't remember what I was saying earlier, Thomas.
Yeah, Floyd, you were talking
apologize.
about, I'll help you. You were talking about the comparison between people talking about Biden being dead and Trump's assassination.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I genuinely don't believe that an old man dying of COVID is equivalent to an old man being assassinated by an AR-15 and a crazy 20-year-old man. So when we're talking about joking regarding the deaths of these two individuals, they cannot be viewed as equally
You're soft.
atrocious.
Fuck it. It's the same shit.
Except I didn't joke. I meant it sincerely. I don't want Biden dead. I want him unemployed. I want him healthy and well.
That man's not making it. So get over it.
No, my whole thing is that
I already told y'all earlier this year, Florida, you was there when I said it. I asked everybody, do you think Biden's going to make it to the end of do you think he's even going to make it to November? There's a reason why I said that. There's a reason.
My point was that I really don't see it. And again, this is just my perspective. I haven't seen it like a large swaths of individuals, especially on the right, coming out and saying, I hope Biden's dead.
No, that's shock. A lot of it was kind of shocking them saying that they're trying to cover up the fact that he's dying. There's a difference between being gleeful, saying I wish he wouldn't miss, I wish the shooter wouldn't have missed, or and these people aren't joking. There's a lot of these people that are dead ass. They're dead ass. They wanted this dude dead. It wasn't a joke. You know what I'm saying? At least from my perspective, I didn't see that.
Out of the race. If Biden passed away from COVID and didn't drop out the race, you people would be jumping for joy.
Jumping for joy. The only thing people I can hear.
I don't believe this moralistic charade that is being.
I don't think it's a moralistic charade. I think people would. People would call out the aspect that the only thing that people would do. I think
people would kind of mockingly jumping for joy if he died of COVID.
I think the only thing people would do would be mockingly is this. Wait a minute. Let me finish my thought, guys. The only thing I would say that is true that they would mock is say that the man was vaxxed 1,000 times and still died from COVID. That would be the only thing that I would see would be being knocked.
That's okay, though. Is that acceptable?
I'm not saying what I'm saying. Listen, bro. You gotta listen, bro. I was saying I agreed with you. There would be mocking within that capacity.
Oh, so there's only specific capacity you're allowed to mock the death of a politician.
I didn't say it was allowed, bro.
I mean, you gotta remember, when Joe Biden was elected, the right was already talking about how it's very unlikely that he makes it all 4 years to begin with. They were talking about the likelihood of him dying or resigning within the first year or two. Everybody was making conspiracy theories about how it was supposed to be the Kamala Harris Oval Office the entire time to begin with. So all we're seeing now is all of those conspiracy theories playing out into fruition, and people are now being justified the same way that they were being justified about the COVID vaccines being a complete bull.
Hey, look.
I want to go. I have 1 minute left.
The only part you got wrong.
You guys forget history. That
nobody said he was going to resign. People thought he was going to die. Y'all just thought he was resigning. People thought he was going to die.
Well, hold on.
But respectfully,
When
don't
Trump's
put a
brother died,
in the fucking presidency. I'm sorry.
when Trump's brother died, wrong Trump trended on Twitter, and it was Twitter then, so I can say Twitter.
Nobody gave a fuck about his brother dying.
Right.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg. You're not hearing my point. My point is there are assholes and jerks among us who will celebrate the death of people that they don't like, and we have to differentiate that small minority from the general populace, and you guys don't. And you're already to be morally offended. Hold on, you're already to be morally offended when there's asshats that are laughing and mocking, and when it's your team, you're like, oh, how dare they? And you clasp your little pearls and you kick your little chop.
Is that exactly what?
Let me actually point one thing out, though.
Trump, the guy missing. Did you guys freak out and say, "Oh, this is what the left wants? They wanted this to go through"? Now, are you going with what you're saying now? Or is that a small minority of the left who are like talking shit like that? Because I don't know. Like you guys, it's one thing one day, the next thing the next day. Dog. I'm confused.
That's a fair question. Yeah.
What was it a small faction of people like making fun of Trump's assassination, or was that the left
I think there's some good people on both sides.
I don't.
I don't. That's
consider the following.
I think a majority of the left are some evil ass niggas. That's just how I feel. I think a majority of the left are some evil ass niggas, and I think the majority of moderates and the right are okay. But there's a faction that are evil too. That's how I see it. But I'm not gonna make it like the ratio is the same. It's not the case. A lot of people
I don't know if I agree with that.
If I may just interject with the following salient remark. I think that there is no... Look, guys.
Luka, why you hurt, Luka?
I'm not really hurt. Why are you saying that I'm
Why you hurt, Luka?
There was a Republican
It's so strange. I just wanted to really just say like one thing, dude.
There was a Republican that
so like if you just actually just think about the fact that Donald Trump actually said
I'm sorry, there's multiple mics open and it's a little annoying. Thomas barely graces us. Can we let him lead the conversation, please and thank you? I know that at least Luka was responding and I couldn't tell who the other person was. But yeah, Thomas is leading this conversation, and Luka, you are.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I was just but I mean, you got it, bro. Go ahead.
No,
I'll just say some shit in a second. It's all good.
No, I mean, I don't necessarily think, my whole thought process is that, like, there's, at least from my perspective, let me make sure I say that, let me make sure I'm clear with that. From my perspective, it seems like a lot of, or there's a large swath of people that are on the left, because this is why we saw the whole meltdown with Destiny, the way Destiny had a whole meltdown over the Trump assassination.
Put me down, Florida.
So I think that there's a lot of... Yeah. So I never said, I'm talking about my perspective. Bro, listen, Louis, you got to be able to comprehend my guy. Come on, relax.
I'm following. That's the issue is I'm trying to...
I don't know if you are, bro. But my point is this. It seems like there are, like, people on the left look at the people on the right.
May your house be eaten up by termites.
Yeah. Look at people on the right as being, people that need to be, like, wiped off the surface of the earth. They don't mind if they're killed. Now, again, on the right, you don't necessarily see that except for a very small, from my perspective.
I know that all of you think you have wait a minute. I know that all of you think you have award-winning personalities, but they're not so fucking great that you need to interrupt other people's statements in order for us to hear you laughing. Okay? Yes, use those emojis.
Yeah, my personality.
I love your personality, but I would also love to hear the end of Thomas's statement.
I'm gonna react how I need to react.
Look, all I'm saying is this,
trouble in a hen house.
Yo, you saw that
based off my perspective, what I've seen is that the right does not necessarily wish that level of destruction from the left. They do wish they would get in line or just go the fuck away, but like I don't necessarily see them celebrating the deaths of individuals from that perspective. That was what
I'm gonna celebrate the death, and the week isn't even up yet.
It's all.
Right,
everything is intuitive. There's not. You can't.
It wouldn't bother me at all if he dropped dead by Friday.
Go ahead, Louis. It's just a strange analysis of the left and right. I don't see right-leaning people or conservatives. My bad. Am I interrupt you, Lauren?
Yeah, well, I was saying.
No, we're just interrupting each other. It's cool. All his personality.
If he drops dead on Friday, that's going to be a bonus to everybody that got their paychecks. And
Can I be added to the queue?
Okay.
This attitude come from, bro.
Yes, Lion, Louis, Samoa.
Great symbol of real freedom. Like I just hear I hear the Wizard of Oz playing real low in the background. Ding dong, the witch is dead, the wicked witch, the wicked. You know what I'm saying? It'll be beautiful. What you think, Louis? What you think?
My fault.
You sound fed up.
Yeah.
I was kind of annoyed, but can you repeat it one more time?
Thank you for that pretty useless submission. Please
I'm
stop
not saying it's
interrupting each
useless.
other.
I was just annoyed that I was interrupted. One more time.
Yes, you are. Yes. Please continue and stop interrupting each other. I think the song goes hands on your knees, not hands on your ankles. Get your hands off those fucking ankles.
I don't even know what the fuck is going on anymore.
All right, so I'll go next, right?
Oh, why?
No way. What's
going next?
Yeah.
Who said you go next, Samoa?
Was there a queue?
Me, bro.
I'm not happy
There
that
was
my
a
nigga
queue,
Louis is
Tommy,
getting
there was a
disrespected.
queue.
Why is Louis getting disrespected left and right? Why?
I don't know why. I don't know why, bro.
Okay,
I don't know why.
It's cool, bro.
It's all good, man. No,
was there a queue? Yeah, so I waited until Louis gave the mic up before I started speaking because I know Louis needs to get it off, bro. And first, I'll be cordial on that. But just to point this out, he said, I noticed on the left, so you said it's not about one person because you're talking about destiny. So what viewpoints are you using to attribute all this to the left? And when you look at the right, you're clearly seeing certain groups that represent the right, which we would call far right, and out of their minds, the extremes of it, doing the exact same thing. As far as wishing death upon the Muslim president that was never the actual citizen of America, wishing death upon all these other figureheads. How do you rationalize that? I would say you can. Samoa, can we do a body count? Can we do a body count?
Okay, Coco was
quote unquote
also
far right extremist groups and the far left extremist groups. Can we do a body count? Yeah. Let's do it.
I believe Coco was also waiting to speak.
Oh my. Okay. Yeah, bro. We'll do it later.
No, you can. You can do the body count.
You're modding bad right now. I'm just gonna be real. What you're doing right now is bad.
Okay, so
This isn't the time for
you continuously interrupted fucking Thomas, and then when someone interrupted you, I said, "Oh, okay."
Now is
so you're gonna shut the fuck up, or you're gonna be in the audience because nobody has to deal with your ears.
No, it's called control, Louis. It's called controlling the conversation in the fucking stage. Learn the difference and allow it to happen. Because sometimes this stage gets so fucking crazy with lunacy, you guys cannot control yourselves. You gotta come off the mic to laugh. You gotta come off the mic to
Why don't you just eat your food, bro?
I will eat my fucking food if you guys would stop being assholes and just let people speak. Let people be heard.
Okay, so anyway, yes, Samoa and Thomas, you can do your body for body. I suspect which way it'll go, but when that is complete, Coco has been waiting to speak as well. So you first, and then.
Okay, I'll give you 4 groups: 3 percenters, the 7th Militia District, and Proud Boys. There you go. You said, wait, who did they kill? These are the militia groups on the right. No, I'm asking, like, when I say body counts, I'm like, who died? Oh, body count. Sounds. Yeah, that's gonna. All right, so that's gonna take a little bit more research, but
No, I got you. I'm researching it too, so I'm saying I was just making sure we're clear.
Right. I just want to make sure that we are able to identify and agree to the figures on the far right or the far left. Like, we have to at least agree to those things, then we can research it. So do you agree with those three? Far right?
Like you said, the Proud Boys who?
3 percenters?
I'm not sure who the 3 percenters are, but sure, yeah.
All right, and then the 7th district. These are the 3 groups. So the 3 percenters is all over the West Coast.
Can we use, is Black Lives Matter allowed to be in this discussion?
No.
Why not?
Because they don't have an actual mechanism of enforcement. So anybody can be a part of that.
So they say same thing for Antifa then. So the lives that were claimed in some of these raids and burnings and so forth, we can't use those because we can't.
No, we can use Antifa, right? Because Antifa is a distinguished group that stands for something, and they're equal to the Proud Boys, so we can use these.
But Black Lives Matter's not.
No.
Why not?
Right. So it's in the name of. So this is just a concept. Black Lives Matter is a concept. So when you get these three.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so when you get these 3 figureheads and who they're funded by, it's a concept, and people are out there blowing shit up on their own accord. There's not an actual coordinated effort. When you see Antifa and you see Proud Boys, they're moving underneath a certain instruction to do whatever it is they want to do. That's why they're equitable here.
So I disagree. I do think that because again, when you're talking about the aspects of being coordinated, I've seen the memos, I've seen the flyers from people within like Black Lives Matter. To being coordinated to go and either quote unquote protest a lot of times violently at certain establishments.
So real quick, right? So if you look at Mike Brown,
show up here for a violent protest. That's what the flyer says, right?
So when you look at those that are the extremists of this arm of Black Lives Matter, right? Like, you're able to see through testimonies where they say, hey, we ain't with that shit. So when you're looking at all these chapters, all these people are doing this peacefully. Now, the people who hijack their movement, I don't think that you could actually graft them in. I think that's disingenuous.
Well, this is one of the things I used to say before, though, because, again, this is why I hold the Black Lives Matter group responsible for the quote-unquote hijacking, because they allowed it, because they did not come out and disavow it until they were had their feet pushed to the fire. Let me finish. This is one of the reasons that I've always had. This is one of the reasons that I've always had an issue with it, because again, when people talk about the hijacking of Black Lives Matter and people doing a lot of craziness in their name, okay, this is not just Black Lives Matter. It's a lot of black movements, if you will, that have had this issue throughout the decades. And it's always seemed to be allowed, because they'll say it was white infiltrators that are coming in here causing the after the white folks passing out bats and bricks. Yeah. Sure. But again, my issue is that the level of there's not enough pushback, at least from my view, of them trying to quote unquote disavow this type of chaos and violence. A lot of them, and I will say this, there's a lot of them that are within the confines of Black Lives Matter. I think a lot of these individuals and establishments should have been destroyed.
Okay. All right. So if we were to use your logic, though, right, we have to have the exact same culpability with Donald Trump as far as January 6th.
Wait. Wait. Hold on. January 6th. That's going to go to a whole nother rabbit hole, bro.
No, it's not. No, because I'm going to use your line of reasoning.
So Donald Trump is far right?
Wait, hold on. Donald Trump brought all these people to the Capitol.
No, he
500. Wait, hold on, bro. He was on Twitter inviting people for this. The permits were made by Ali. And all these figureheads that were moving for his Stop This Steal movement. It was a collaborative effort, right? But Donald Trump was promoting it. He even went there with his detail and gave them clear instructions by saying, I know you guys are going to be at the Capitol. I'll be there too. Because he had an event that was actually planned after the Capitol, but it never got there. So again, using your logic, Donald Trump being the person that holds concept and says, hey, this might turn into, and you know this is a part of his psyche, because he said, hey, I thought it was going to get out of hand, so I offered 10,000 soldiers, right? So he went there, he fanned the flames, and now he wants to step away from it as if he had nothing to do with it by saying, hey, I said peaceful and patriotically, so that actually cloaks me in some sort of a virtue. And I'm just wondering how you're using your line of reasoning. Should not have Donald Trump been able to foresee what was going on, like how Black Lives Matter should have been able to foresee?
I never
say
said anything
something
about
really quick.
foreseeing. Well, go ahead, Lion. Go ahead. I'll answer his question.
All right, Thomas. Thomas,
Bro, don't do that, Lion.
Wait, hold up. This actually goes to your point, Thomas. I think what you were looking for when you were talking about Black Lives Matter, you were saying that there wasn't enough pushback. I think you were looking for whatever it is that you wanted to look for. There was plenty of the leadership, the original leadership, that pushed back and said that they are no longer affiliated with this group because this group has been commandeered and it's been taken over by, he said, outside interests at the time. And if you want, I can give you all of these people from Chicago, all the way to California, all the way from Chicago, California, Alabama, Mississippi, many of these places. There was the original movement actually started, Thomas, in St. Louis. The original guys, they were murdered by the police, literally burned in their cars. The cars shot up, or they were hung outside their mother's in their mother's driveway in a tree in the backyard. Lady knows them personally. These were our people. We knew them, Thomas. And then they put these other motherfuckers in position of power. Those the three lesbians.
Okay.
That's when everything went left.
Okay, gotcha. I hear, and I appreciate the information. So my point is this, and I was literally going to hit the three lesbians. So everything you just told me, not everything, but the last portion of what you just told me, I was not familiar with. So I appreciate that information. With that being said, the poster childs for the movement are the three lesbians, and they have not come out, at least from my knowledge, and disavowed all the death, chaos, and destruction that took place under the name of Black Lives Matter. Because these women were making millions of dollars.
$90 million.
Yeah, off the name itself.
Wait, hold on. So when they say that we are for peaceful protest, and Donald Trump says peaceful and patriotically, how are you not going to hold Donald Trump accountable for the knuckleheads that hijacked that position if you're holding them responsible for the knuckleheads who hijacked their position?
Well, again, you're assuming what my position is on the first.
No, their position. Come on, bro.
Wait, you're talking about my position, or because you're saying I'm the one that's doing this?
You said you wanted their leadership to disavow, and this is crazy. And I'm freaking agreeing with Samoa. If somebody write this down and call my pastor to see if he makes a good point that because somebody brought up the right to like, if you're gonna have a peaceful protest, right, and then some idiots show up and ruin it. Right, you're saying they didn't disavow it enough because of the idiots. You're choosing to affiliate the idiots with the peaceful folks, and that's not fair.
Wait. Okay,
I'm almost done.
Go ahead.
And what Samoa is saying is, well, if you're going to say that, you're going to equate the idiots that hijacked their movement, why not do the same with Donald Trump? And again, I can't believe I'm freaking agreeing with this dude. Somebody write that down.
Gotcha. Here's my thing. Couple points. When it comes to the January 6th situation, when you're talking about why I don't condemn Donald Trump for, quote unquote, inciting violence based off what you guys are saying at the Capitol, because the problem was, this is why I didn't want to go into this, but this goes into more legal ramifications, okay? And when it comes to the aspect of what he said, and if he, quote unquote, incited violence, that's a whole nother can of worms, which is why I didn't want to go that direction. Now, I understand the comparison you guys are trying to call, and I actually agree with the comparison. But my point is this. When we're talking, like Black Lives Matter had a whole swath of destruction that took place for months. The Capitol situation was one day, okay? So
that doesn't mean idiots didn't hijack it, though.
I didn't say that. Wait. I didn't say idiots did not hijack it. But remember. Wait.
You had one versus a bunch of them.
Finley. Remember, what was the crux? What was the crux of this conversation? Remember?
The crux of this conversation was you masturbating.
Far right.
What was the
far-right group body count? Far-left group body count.
But you can't. But Thomas, you can't say they're not similar because there was one.
Go ahead, Sally.
It's not. You can't. That's not fair. That's not a fair. Because you didn't have several rallies.
No. I told you I agreed with your analysis. Y'all just don't be listening. Y'all just be jumping out the window.
No. I'm listening. The point of contention, Thomas, is when we were saying, all right, these are the three groups on the right. Do you accept? You said, yeah, whatever. Then on the left, we disagreed of who
On Black Lives
labeling.
Matter. We disagreed on Black Lives Matter because you said you didn't want to have them be a part of the, and I was trying to figure out why.
Because
and then
Antifa,
the whole January 6th. Go ahead.
Right, no, hold on. Because Antifa specifies what their mission is, and it's about breaking shit down. It's about anarchy. It's about moving against fascists. It's about destroying anything to get their point across. And Black Lives Matter, their mission statement is something totally different. What you're doing is attributing the knuckleheads inside of the interpretation of their mission statement. And I think that's a problem. So I can agree of Black Lives Matter being a part of that.
Is it fair to say that Black Lives mission statement has
Fair
changed?
to say that a white woman doesn't have an opinion?
Yes, absolutely.
Of course they got an opinion, just not an important one. Yeah, go ahead, Tommy.
No, I was just pointing out to Lavin that that's starting.
I'm sorry, but people like want to be like, oh, I'm Donald Trump. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Oh man, you got anything, bro?
Oh, exactly.
Yo, I say it again. Samoa, I missed your last
What
point.
did you do?
So Samoa, did you make your point?
Oh my God.
There are other people waiting to speak. If you two, like, it's a good back and forth, but if you could wrap it up.
Oh, yeah. But
we'll pick it up later.
Yeah, we'll pick it up later. Let's go ahead.
Yeah, you got
some stuff. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, love. So really quick, Coco speaking. Really quick, because I would like to speak on something that somebody said earlier before we get a little bit too far from that particular statement. When someone said that, I believe that they were saying like they don't see Republicans or people on the Republican side like being as excited to or wishing death on anybody or something along those lines. Bro, please now, shut the fuck up.
What happened? What was said?
Yeah, who was that?
Oh,
He's already in the audience. Don't worry. Keep talking. He's already in the audience. Darn it.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah. So I would just like to say that I am a Southern born and raised in the deep South, and being raised in Memphis.
Just out of curiosity, where? I'm just curious. I ain't trying to derail. I'm just curious where in the deep South.
Mississippi. Well, born in Mississippi, raised in Memphis.
Okay, that's it.
Mm-hmm. So, with that being said, I in the past, I would say since Trump's first term or his campaign for his first term that he did serve, there has been a sense of awakening or a sense of a resurfacing to a lot of white supremacist groups. Now here, I've stayed in Nashville for the past 5 years, but mind you, I'm from Memphis, so Nashville is only 3 hours from Memphis. So with that being said, I know the ins and outs of Nashville since I've been in like high school. So with that being said, back when I was in high school, there were no groups like these white supremacist groups that have been marching downtown twice within the past month. There were no types of groups like that thinking that they would be able to even march downtown because they know that they would be allowed to do so. Now, and the reason why I say that is there was a video, and I believe I was talking about this in another room yesterday. There was a video of a group of grown white men harassing a group of young black boys, calling them literal niggers, like with the ER, niggers, monkeys, saying that they were violent, saying just literally harassing them. And these are like 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds. Like these are like still babies, pretty much. And these grown ass white men, racist white men, are throwing racial antics and racial slurs at them, while the police, Metro Police, are escorting because the only thing that they did was escort the black boys away from the group. Mind you, there has been a rise in this since Trump's first campaign. Okay, even one of the even one of our people who represents one of the districts here in Nashville even said, referenced that he was like, never before have we had white supremacist groups coming from other states, specifically to Nashville, to demonstrate their hate until Trump got in office. Okay, and these same people are voting for Trump. Also, there was a person who helped come up with Project 2025, and there was a video of him saying that he loves to give homeless people fake money. And just with that being said, there are a lot of things that people are holding like a delusion to, or like just refusing to pay attention to when it comes to the Republican side and what they represent and the things that they allow and the things that they incite and the things that they, like I said, allow to take place. So let's not be disingenuous and act like a white supremacist group and white supremacist groups and racists are not feel like in 2024 that the current Republican Party is giving them a voice now, that they feel that they can march in downtown Nashville not once but twice in the last month to incite their hatred. That's why Black Americans need a particular hate crime bill, because why in 2024 are white people still allowed to say the word nigger with the ER in front of the cops and them not get arrested?
It's called a.
And these are 2 young boys.
Can I ask you a question, Coco?
So just with that being said, I think that yes, both groups have, there's wrongs in both groups, but I would definitely tell you what group will not allow racists, what group will not allow these particular groups to march on their downtown streets as if they're marching for peace, in which they're not. Free speech does not equate or equal hate speech. And I'm going to land there.
Let me ask my question, Lion. Let me ask my questions.
Well, wait. These people that marched in Nashville, do they not pay taxes?
Wait, what was the question? Did you not hear me when I said that these are not even people from Nashville?
Okay, so even if they were from Nashville, do they not pay taxes?
Am I supposed to know that information, Lion?
Yeah. Well, do
I do their taxes?
All right. They have the right to protest whatever little silly thing that they got the right to do, just like you do. You like to go out there in your rainbow.
Look at I literally have my Instagram on my page. When have you ever seen me any type of rainbow anything?
Just like they do. They want to go out there and spew about all of the hatred that they have for whatever group, so they feel that the country is theirs. You also feel the same way. You think that everybody should be more accepting of your lifestyle.
But where does that equate hate speech?
Because
where does that equate hate speech?
It can be seen as hate.
But where does that
wait?
You have to define hate speech. You can't define hate speech.
Where does accept me for being gay? Where does that equate hate speech?
That means, no. So what you're saying is, hey, little children, you also accept this. The adults in the family.
Said, okay, so now, Lion, you're starting to conflate a lot of things. So basically, wait, really quick, Lion, really quick, so I can understand what you're saying, Lion, really quick. Lion, really quick, Lion, so I can understand what you're saying, Lion, really quick, so I can understand what you're saying. Well, you just got done talking. Lion,
I'm the one.
Yeah, that was me.
Sorry, Florida. I'm just trying to understand.
Coco, you spoke at length. Your position was pretty clear. Lion is responding to it. If you want to understand his position, then hear his position.
Then
when
be
he's
quiet,
done,
you
can ask your qualifying question.
That's all you got to do. Everybody in this country got the right to protest whatever stupid shit they want to protest, and you don't have the authority to tell anybody what they can't say, even if that whatever it is that they have to say is against you. People could go out there and protest Mexicans. They don't want the immigrants here. They can protest all they fucking want. That's all they can do. Now when it gets violent, the violence is the part that's illegal. That's against the amendments. There's no violence. The little KKK dudes could run up and down the streets and call all the little 12-year-old boys nigger, porch monkeys, whatever the fuck that pops in their head. As long as they don't touch these children, there is no crime. It protects them, and it also protects and it also fucking protects you.
He is correct.
We don't want to see none of you weird ass niggas walking up and down the street. We don't want to see none of you kissing and fucking each other up and down the street in front of kids. But you get the right to do it because you're not physically hurting anybody. But the moment you do,
you're wrong. But I'll let you continue.
Yeah, but like, see, you're not entirely right about that.
So wait, real quick.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Ryan, are you done?
Listen, this is what happens every time people are trying to have a conversation. We can never have a back and forth without 6 people coming off the mic and having something to say, right? So let these two have their back and forth. Now, one thing that can be said, right? Does it matter that people have the right to say whatever they want? Yes, because they do say hateful shit. Maybe something needs to be reevaluated to where you can't have adults sitting there yelling and spewing racial slurs at minors, right? Find somebody else to pick on besides some little bitty ass kids, okay? But let these two have the back and forth. We don't need the commentary from the peanut galleries. Nobody needs to be hyped up in the damn conversation. They know they're making a point. Let them make the point so we can get back to the other conversation we were having.
All right, so let me finish this. The problem with what you saw was, and I think you probably didn't notice it, Coco, but I guarantee you that the white guys, they would have never said any of that shit if those little black boys had daddies with them. Ooh. So the problem isn't the fact that the white guys are being white guys. The problem is that your society is so broken that white people could come into your society and your neighborhood and talk like that to your kids. That's what a real problem is.
Who is your society? Who is this your that you're speaking of?
Well, I'm assuming you've assigned yourself to the black community, right? You said you words like we.
But you're black as well, right?
Right.
Just to make sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure because you're saying you're like I'm the only one that's black in this conversation.
Well, I'm only going to go by the things that you state. So if you,
but you're also black while saying those things, right?
If you claim possession of a race or a group, I'm going to assign that to you. I'm going off of what your statements are. So you said that we ain't going to do this and we shouldn't allow that. And this racism, people are always going to be racist. You can't force people to like you.
Okay, are you done? Wait, really quick, really quick, because me and Lion are still having this squabble, I guess you could say. Well, it's not a squabble. It's supposed to be intellectual discourse. Now, what I'm going to say is this.
So I've been thinking about that in relationship to sacred images. Okay, well, the sacred image of masculinity in the West is a crucifixion, but a man who's crucified. But the sacred image of a woman isn't a woman. The sacred image of a woman is a woman and an infant, right? It's a dyad and not a monad.
Sure.
Right. And in the Christian view, those two images, they vie for supremacy, right? I mean, obviously, Christ is the superordinate image, but Mary is the mother of God.
It's a man sacrificing for the woman and child. That's the image. It's a triad.
So one of the things I've been playing with at an axiomatic level is the notion that unless the feminine is conceptualized as the combination of female and infant, then the culture has lost its attachment to the traditional sacred images and is probably on its way out.
Yeah. I think there's an argument that when a culture loses its religion, that it starts to become antinatalist and decline in numbers and potentially despair. I think there's something to be said that America needs a strong leader, and where we have the perception of strength. Now, you have to admire that Trump, after getting shot with blood streaming down his face, it could have been a second shooter, who knows? Nonetheless, was fist pumping, fight. After being shot. I mean, and this is not.
He's an ornery bastard, and he's funny too.
Yes, and he's brave. He has courage. This is instinctual courage. It's not calculated. It's not some arranged event. It's in the moment.
Well, you could see that then. Because that was not a time when you're
You
going
see true courage in the moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you want a leader who's going to deal with some very, very tough cookies out there, who's going to, deal with a Putin or Kim Jong-un or,
China.
Yeah, China. Or, they'll think twice about messing with Trump.
Yeah.
They'll think twice.
Okay.
And poor Biden can't make it up the stairs, and obviously he's stepped out of the race.
We'll be right back. Stay with us. Big breaking news. Please pray for InfoWars. Please pray for the crew. And I'm so thankful to the crew. They're doing such a great job. I'm so thankful to Owen and to Chase and to all the rest of the crew and Rob Duver here with me right now. We were one family together, black, white, old.
Got it. No. I think you got it all wrong. The reason that they were mistaken and also shot them was horrible. But if you go, for example, we had a conversation with someone else before, so I just went to IDF.IL. It's like the IDF on Twitter. They upload the video now from Gaza. We see 3 known terrorists. You can see their faces, so you can not say it's a doctor, like it's a video that Israel made. You can actually see those faces. And one of them seems to be like a woman wearing a medical outfit, holding I think AK-47, and there were like 4 of them basically. So when she will be killed and the gun will be taken away from her, you will have a female paramedic was shot by the IDF. And you can see it, by the way, right now. It's basically, we just talked about it, but
yeah, Daniel, I give it an example.
What I'm trying to say is that a white flag is something that we.
But Daniel, I give you an example of.
Hold on. It's very important. You were using the white flag as a symbol. It's an international symbol that says, "I'm surrendering. Don't hurt me. I come in peace. I give up." Right? This is why you said the holding white flag.
True.
Right now. Exactly. What happens if you have an enemy that understands that if I want to get closer to you, and you believe me, I just need to take a piece of cloth and wave it, and then I can get closer to you. Maybe I could explode. Maybe I could take a gun from the back and shoot you. Could you imagine that Hamas will infringe on those accepted?
It has to be some sort of protocol and training that in case if you see someone raising a white flag, what kind of protocol, you need to shoot him in the head, or you need to neutralize him in such a way that you shoot him I don't know, maybe shoot him in the leg, in the foot. I don't know. But I'll give you an example. I give you an example of that. I'm following you. I'm giving an example of this information in the Iraq war. When Iraq war, U.S. lost the PR was the moment that the Guantanamo Bay and Abu Ghraib photos came out of how they tortured the Iraqi prisoners. In the same moment, there was a group of children, that was a misinformation, by the way, by terrorists, that they were actually the soldiers. They're trying to create a good image of themselves. They start giving chocolate to children. And then what happened was that one of these ISIS, Al-Qaeda affiliated terrorist group, they committed a suicide and killing many people, including a lot of children, by the way, that they were around those American soldiers. And the media at that time, remember, was, it was American killing the children. But it was not American killing the children. It was a suicide Al-Qaeda affiliated, which actually he committed the suicide bombing, and he killed obviously some American Marines and a lot of children. But the media at that time covered in such a way American did that, and people believe that the reason was because of the photo kept coming out of the Abu Ghraib prison. I mean, what I'm trying to tell you is that people are ready. When they realize that army is an immoral army, because there's some example of that, whether it happened or not, people believe that. I mean, you can't blame the people for that.
Whether it happened or not is a key point. So whether it happened or not is a key point. You are saying basically that many people create their belief system of what is more and what is not on things that may or may not happen. That is exactly what we're talking about. Welcome to the conversation.
And let's agree.
Yeah, well, whether it happened or not, but I think that Soren is talking about what people choose to believe and not.
No, I'm talking about psychological war. I'm talking.
Yeah, and I
right or
agree with
wrong.
you 100%, Soren. Then who is responsible for what you believe?
I understand, but you're talking about what is right or wrong. I'm talking about who is winning the war. I'm talking about the PR.
No, you said that people.
But hold on, Daniel. So, Soren, when you want something, who is responsible for what you believe? Am I responsible for what you believe? Is the media responsible for what you believe?
I think the media definitely formed opinions.
Really? Where is your responsibility, Soren?
True. I mean, you have got a point there. At the end of the day, it's you actually need to analyze the critical thinking. Yeah.
We are being weaponized with emotions in order to guide, the opinion of the public. And so, yes, we are the ones actually exercising that war on the information, because we are the ones that choose to believe everything that is online, and then we just talk about it as if it were true without knowing.
The problem now with the Gaza war is that exactly the same problem that many people have. When you stop and ban, actually Daniel didn't know about it last month, but I told him, he was actually surprised, that journalists are not allowed, independent journalists are not allowed to get into Gaza. So what do you expect us to know? I mean, we get the information from where? From all these
You know what? Nobody cares. We're getting rid of the terrorists. Sorry if you don't like it. Next time, don't be a terrorist. Next time, I don't know what he means by pussy. Next time, don't be a terrorist. You won't have this problem. We're not looking for anybody's approval. We're not looking for anybody's.
We're talking about propaganda. We're talking about like disinformation and propaganda and like the war.
And what about it? What about it? Yes.
Especially what we're trying to like to be aware of what is going on and how to use critical thinking, how to use fact checking. Basically, Soren was just kind of talking about bias. That if I would quote something that I heard once, that wow, normal, normal.
What the hell was that?
I don't know.
That is a cherry picker backing up.
Why are you doing with a cherry picker?
He's traumatizing information. I'm picking cherries and you're next.
Are you poking cherries everywhere?
That is correct.
So what Soren says, that what can be is burdened with what has been, basically.
Yeah, that's what Soren just said, exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly, wow, he and Kamala have so much in common.
No, with Kamala is the unburdened. He is burdened,
he's burdened. Well, they'll get over this burden.
By the way, Daniel, I find it amazing how much Lion and gaslighting you did to Soren because he doesn't know you about the beheaded babies. But because I know you since 10 months ago, even in tandem, and I know for a fact that you've been running around saying, I've been running around saying that 40
Hold on. And leave. Hold on. I was never on tandem, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Can you repeat?
You were on tandem.
I was never on tandem.
What is tandem?
What is tandem?
How would he even know?
It's an app that Julia said that she came with people from tandem.
Julia, Noah, you, all of you were on tandem.
I'm not gonna argue with you. You're confusing me with someone else. Move on. Like I don't know who you're talking about. Hold on, El, I'm speaking and he's talking about me. Give me a second. You're confusing me with someone else. You can ask all those people that came from tandem. I just know Julia came from tandem. Ask them if I'm the same person that you think I am. So move on. You don't know me, but you can address what I said.
What the hell is tandem?
I guess it's like something like this. I guess it's like this because they all moved from Julia and others. I think they were doing like language there, and then at some point they moved to Clubhouse. And Julia mentioned it a few times. This is why I know what tandem is. Otherwise, I never downloaded it. I don't.
What is it called? Dandro?
It doesn't matter. Let's move on. You can address what I said, but you can talk about what I said. Go ahead.
Yes, it does. Daniel, I know you, and the beheaded babies was your best argument, and you've been going.
Okay, you know everything, and you like beheaded babies. That's fine. Nobody cares.
You want to address what I said, because you don't like. You want to address what I said. You went up on stage. You want to talk about this 40 beheaded babies? Go ahead, talk about it.
No, I just don't want you to lie because you told them that this is something that we push on you when in fact everyone knows that your media and your officials, and you also said telling them that your officials never said that. I can literally just like play a video now of a spokesman from your idea.
I do not care about someone said something and then someone else said something.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
Nobody cares.
But
Daniel, I think you should just already accept and tell everyone the truth. You are Muslim, and yeah, you're posing as a Jew.
Liv, I just want to give you like some life advice. And when your best excuse is it was less than 40 babies decapitated and they were killed in various other ways, it's a pretty weak sauce excuse, and you should do a lot better.
I don't know about Daniel, but I heard this argument from other Israelis on this app in November about this 40 decapitated.
Yeah, again, so that goes for you too. If you like, if the excuse is how the babies were murdered, then like you should do better with your argument.
That's his moral position. His strongest moral position, it was only 39 and a half beheaded babies, and one was chopped in half and put in the microwave.
It wasn't a shit.
I mean, it was just obviously a disinformation from you guys with the box. I mean, that's what people do.
Of course.
It never happened. Are you guys upset about that there was some misinformation? Or are you guys upset that there's like that there's been all this lies?
Disinformation and disinformation.
Oh my God,
That's a really question from Agent. I can't believe people are still bringing up beheaded babies and you guys lied about whatever. It's like you know there was a whole terrorist event in like a mass terrorist event in October 7th. You had a response. You had tens of thousands of people die as a result, and living like without electricity, without all this stuff for months now. Like, how long is it gonna go? And like you guys are still talking about the press here made a statement that was incorrect in the first few days under the fog of war, and that was a lie, and we're gonna like keep repeating it as if that justifies everything else we want in our political like repertoire.
By the way, who said that?
Meyer, Michael Meyer.
Just one question.
Michael Meyer.
No, Meyer wants to end it and fine. I just want to ask you a question. Who is the one that at the end debunked the story? Who said it's not true? It's also Israel, which is also something to take into account. Now go ahead, Meyer.
Yes,
so let's just summarize
just one question.
Yeah, let's see if your question's irrelevant. So for the first couple of days while a war was going on, Israel came out with misinformation and then corrected themselves. And now 9 months later, that's the best you could show for misinformation. I'll take that as a win.
No, the argument is that it is possible that you might be wrong, as you were wrong before. I mean,
yeah, it's possible to be wrong in the heat of a battle for a couple of days, and it's right. Okay, so go back to Daniel's point. How did this information get debunked? Because there's a free press that's constantly checking and questioning. So if you're asking questions, that's fine. But if you're saying we should now trust nothing because for a couple of days the method of the murder was misidentified, I mean, you really got to do a whole lot better than that.
I mean, it's not easy to do that. When you say 40, but you have to name those babies. I mean, it's not easy.
No, what happened was the report said.
What are the names? I mean.
No, the report said there were 38 dead babies, and some of them were burnt and decapitated. And then that guy mistranslated to 38 decapitated burnt babies. There were 38 dead. That's in a quick communication and our speed of things that could happen. But if it gets corrected within the week by the people that are allegedly the ones pushing the narrative, I mean, come on, sorry. Like you're talking about people that are actively lying, and then you're talking about people that made a mistake for less than a week. It's like
This is their moral position. This is their moral position. We didn't kill as many babies as you said, and we did it a different way. They're dead, but we didn't do it this way. We did it. This is the barbaric, uncivilized, sadistic, psychotic position that they want to claim.
And then they want to say you can't trust anything. Like, you do this all the time. It's like there was someone who was thought to be a terrorist, and then he wasn't, therefore there's no terrorist. Like, that's not how things work.
But honestly, when you name the country called Israel in Google, it comes with the baby killing. I mean, regardless if it happened or not. I mean, that's...
Okay, let me try that right now. Let's try that right now. Honestly, it's so
honestly, let's try it. Israel. I just Googled it. Well, give me 1 more second. Wait, that's fine. By the way, when you look in Google under toilet cleaner, you see Soren. So Google is very accurate.
Oh, come on, that doesn't help the conversation. I know you guys.
Okay, so I just Googled Israel.
They're going on, but good.
Okay, so I you actually need that. Yeah, it says Netanyahu faces delicate balance act and Biden. It's actually more about Biden's failing health than anything. I don't see any dead babies on the page.
Stories, man. They got stories in the fish. There was a story in here.
Baby killings, old Soch crew coming up.
There's something wrong with your Google algorithm.
Every time I go to Google, it shows me advertisements for big-titted women in my local area.
There you go. That was a good point.
Ah, they moved to your area? I thought they were here.
Well, honestly, it's actually true. Depends on what you search in Google. The very first, it comes up based on what you think it is.
But you know, basically the disinformation that you have from Israel allegedly is these 40 beheaded babies that ran for a few days, and then Israel itself kind of said that it's not true. There was the number 1,400 that Israel corrected down, I think within 2 weeks. And there was the calendar that the IDF spokesman showed during a live broadcast from Gaza, that he said that it's names of terrorists in a shift, and it was actually the names of the week. And those three, mistakes, or that were all corrected, or basically are mistakes, those are the things that you're holding. And I understand from this that you can really identify problems, or you can really identify where things are any bugs.
You see the platter, by the way. You put it in the platter and get it to us. So
The 40 babies, look how much it bothered you that you remember it 10 months into. So it's really, first of all, hats off for you for your respect for the truth and aiming for the truth. Do you do the same things? Can you give me now 3 examples that you have that Hamas published something that was wrong and then corrected themselves? Not the UN kind of revisiting Hamas's number and then finding that they are
it's not
incorrect.
It's not responsibility. It's not Hamas. It's not even IDF. It is the independent journalist responsibility, which you guys, by the way, banned into Gaza. Maybe that's.
So there are no journalists in Gaza right now?
Not
independent?
Only the Palestinians. That's why the narrative is not appealing to you guys.
That's not true.
Come on. The independent journalists are not allowed to get into Gaza. That's a fact.
Active war zones. They have to go with the military. But what do you mean? KCF Tifa was there reporting live.
That's the problem. If you allow the independent journalists to get into, they might even confirm you guys. Hang on a second. They might even confirm your narrative and the stories. I give you that, but the problem is you don't allow the journalists to get in there.
No, it's not true. It's an active war zone. There is no active war zone where you allow journalists. They have to go be embedded with the Army Corps. If they join the Army Corps, they can come. And that's how the Iraq War was covered too. What do you think? They send journalists on the ground and then try not to kill the journalists? Hopefully.
Exactly. Imagine what that would be. That's a suicide mission.
Concerned. That's the problem. The moral problem that that's the problem. That they don't see IDF as a moral army. They say when they do all of these things, they don't really care about journalists.
Why do you want to kill journalists?
Because they did. 107 independent journalists have so far been slaughtered by the IDF in Gaza.
400 to 300 Palestinian journalists.
Yeah, journalists have been killed.
No, what I'm saying, Soren, is why do you want to kill journalists? Why do you want to send them to war?
I don't want to kill children. IDF does. So far, over 100 Palestinian journalists have been killed.
5 lives within the next,
Are you saying that over 100 Palestinian journalists have not been killed in Gaza so far?
Well, can I ask an ignorant man's question to Mr. Soren here? Soren, is it possible, just from the perspective of a stupid person like myself, is it possible that some of these people who are journalists are either active duty members of Hamas whose job it is to produce bullshit propaganda, or possibly even an enemy combatant holding a gun, shooting a bomb, driving in an armored car, pretending to be a journalist? Is it possible?
it's not only possible, it's the duty of every single Palestinian, regardless of journalists, regardless of doctors, to pick up the gun and resist.
Wait a minute. Listen to what he said. Listen to what he said. He said,
is it actually possible that some of these Al Jazeera journalists also holding hostages, for example, our friend from Clubhouse Shlomi that was held together with
Chava, did you hear what he just said? Chava, did you hear what he said? He said it is the duty of every single Palestinian to pick up the rifle and resist. So then it's no surprise that they're all being targeted.
Then do not complain about civilians being killed, because if you believe that each of them is a militant or a warrior, then, well, they should all also die.
Yeah, that's the end of the argument.
It's then the problem is that when we have the ICJ finding, it's called an occupation. Resistance to occupation.
You know how to cry about. You're full of shit.
Okay, what else do you want to continue?
I just like how Meyer.
I just killed your entire argument.
Shut up, monkey. Shut up. No one likes you. It's funny how Meyer and Daniel, they call it a mistake or a misreport that 40 beheaded babies news was released. How is that a mistake? So basically, let's examine what happened.
I told you how the mistake happened.
Oh my God, this guy Liv, you have like real masculinity.
No,
okay.
you asked a question. You asked a question, Liv.
Masculinity next to the
Really
red
bad, like it's just the guys dragging down
why
the
is
room
anyone
for
even
my
talking to you and giving you the time of day? Like, this is
Liv,
real masculinity.
You asked the question how this could happen.
Why don't you go to Gaza and embrace your real masculinity? Why don't you go to Gaza and embrace your real masculinity, not just on Clubhouse, but in Gaza on the ground? Go embrace
I mean, in
your real
U.S.,
masculinity.
everyone's gonna claim the masculinity by voting Mr. Donald Trump, by the way, Chala, if you like it or not, by the way. Speaking about picking on masculinities, there's no issue with masculinity, I don't.
Yeah, and you, Soren, why don't you go to Iran, okay, and combat with your IRGC fellow Iranians?
Why are these women so
Both of
horny?
you,
Control your
sitting
women.
here playing hardcore masculine and your old pussies, just go there and take care of shit over there instead of
Trump is gonna be the president, gonna put you in your place.
All right, yeah. How much is the Iranian regime paying you? How much is the Iranian regime paying you, Soren? How much?
You're talking about masculinity. It's got nothing to do with Iran, Iraq.
For your distraction
You're talking, you have problem with
How
men.
much is the Iranian regime paying you for your distraction?
Don't entertain her. Soren, don't give her attention. Why would you even give her
Could I
attention?
please say something?
Horny.
Oh, thanks. So, look, one of the real problems. Can I just very quickly, to preface it, I want to ask Liv just a yes or no question. Liv, are you Palestinian?
No. What's your point?
Okay. Well, it doesn't bolster my argument, but one of the problems is if you do a quick Google search and say what is the average IQ of Palestinians, or especially what is the average IQ in Gaza is 69. The average IQ of Israelis is like 94 or something, which is actually kind of low. No, we're not talking about EQ here. Yeah,
We need EQ for this war.
I don't know what EQ is. Oh, please don't
You don't have emotional capacity to understand it. You need emotional.
They could be, but please, Soren, I need you to stay on mute. Thanks. So, I mean, I was going to say you have demonstrated this, Liv, if you were Palestinian, but I don't know where you're from, but it's probably, it's probably a problem for you as well, I would just guess, but thank you.
Okay. You're funny.
You don't need to have intelligence to find out what's going on in Gaza, man. You need to have humanity, which you obviously don't have.
Do you mean humanity
I don't know, I just did a Google search, that's all.
Do you mean humanity
Not to
from
Google,
Hamas?
that's the problem. I mean,
Do you mean humanity from Hamas for them to stop putting what they consider, quote unquote, their people in danger? Is that the humanity you're referring to, Soren?
Hold on, where was the humanity on 7th October? Where was the
what about is in fallacy? That's what you're doing here.
Don't we want to focus though on propaganda and truth and what is real and what is not?
Ask you a legitimate question. Where was that mounted on 7th October?
Again, that's whataboutism. You just said because a designated terrorist organization coming and this and that, it doesn't give you a carte blanche to basically, you know.
I have a question, Soren. Do you have humanity for your fellow Iranian women in Iran that are suffering?
That's again whataboutism fallacy.
I embraced it. I embrace as a fellow Persian woman, Jewish. I embraced it.
When was the last time you traveled to Iran?
Do you, as an Iranian man,
have you actually been to Iran yet?
Do you, as an Iranian man?
Speak the language.
Yeah. You know why I've never been in Iran? Do you know why?
So you
know what would happen to women
Iran.
like me? Do you know what would happen to women like me in Iran? Do you have humanity for that?
Okay.
Do you have humanity for
Shut
that?
up. I can explain that to you. Very simple. You know what? When the cow poo-poo, it comes out flat like a pate. When the sheep poo-poo, it comes out in a small pebble. But when the horse poo-poo, it comes out in a long tube. Why is that? Tell me.
What is this guy even talking about? You're like ridiculous.
So exactly that's my point. How do you expect me to talk about Iran's policy when you don't know shit?
I don't know shit. Okay. All right. That's a great distraction tactic, sir. All right.
That was horrible.
Any
That was
other
horrible.
problem, but what's going on in your own country that is going to
horrible.
Okay.
Go back on mute. No one listens.
That was a good one.
So Meyer, can you just tell me how did that information go public and your spokesman, high officials say on broadcast live that it is confirmed that 40 babies are beheaded? How is that a misinformation rather than a blatant lie? Can you please elaborate? I have a recording here, and your spokesman is a high official. Oh, he ran. Nice. Daniel, you take the bullet. So how is that possible?
Who gives a shit?
From what
date is this?
That's your spokesman.
Relax. From what date is this?
Speaking and he's
Relax. You don't need to bring it. Listen, you can leave the emotion aside, okay? We're trying to have like a more like factual conversation. What date is it from?
I don't know the date, but I have the recording here. Wait.
Can you find out the date? Yes. Can you tell me the name of the person?
His name is Jonathan Conricus. Look him up.
Again?
Jonathan Conricus.
Can you spell this last name? Conricus.
Yes.
Jonathan Conricus. Okay, 1 second. I want to see who this Lieutenant
And
Colonel.
there are other videos of other officials and soldiers, and they all confirm that they've seen it. So it's not a misinformation, it's a lie. If it's not true, then it was a lie.
Oh, no.
Ah, you didn't know about this one.
Oh, no. I want to see who this person is, you know? What is like his position. But from what date is it?
Who cares, man? Just look his name, look his position, and I'm going to show you the video. Who gives a shit about the date?
He's a spokesperson for who exactly? Sorry?
For Israel, the IDF or some bullshit.
Well, he's not. This one I'm trying to understand who is he, but you don't know. Okay.
No,
he's not.
Listen, it says here, Jonathan Conricus, Israel's defense forces.
Where is he? Well, it says here, you said it says here, the yada spokesman.
Here, in front of me, it's a report, he's speaking live.
Yeah, who wrote what is in front of you? What website? What are you watching?
Sky News, live broadcast. He's speaking live.
Okay, hold on. 1 second, okay?
Okay.
That's interesting.
Sky News?
Yes.
By the way, Sky News for the guys is they're very pro-Israeli news outlet.
Should I link it, Soren? Should I link the video?
If you could do that, please, that would be great. I'd like to watch that too, please.
Hold on.
Hello?
Yes, hello.
What did I walk into?
Okay, so what I see. Okay, so 1 second.
4 minutes, 25 seconds, and there are other clips of other officials and other soldiers who confirm that they've seen and they've heard other soldiers say that there were 40 beheaded babies.
Yeah, this is in the first. I understand. I found that like it didn't say 40. Like okay, well I see a different quote here, but I see like it said the. But what I wanted to say, this is like from the 4th day of the war, from the 11th of October.
Yeah, but he says confirmed. Keyword confirmed. Hear him again. Rewind and repeat him again.
Did you play? I didn't hear you playing it even once.
So apparently that was disinformation from Israeli side. Absolute disinformation.
I have. You said Sky News. Sky. Hold on. 1 second. 1 second. Hold on.
Thinking. Emotional driven, by the way.
Okay. Sorry. Liv, are you talking about Sky News Australia or Sky News regular?
It's Australia. I think it says EU. It must be Australia.
Okay, I'm with Skycom. It says, and I googled his name, and it says here. I will find it. Like I will send it to you.
דניאל, למה אתה מדבר?
1 second. Lieutenant Colonel Ricos couldn't confirm the number of children beheaded was 40 as reported in the media. And this is from Sky News from the 12th of October. Here, I put it in the chat for you.
So what do you have to say about that? Was it
misinformation
or a lie? Because obviously this guy knows. This guy is big. Like he's not gonna just like take the words from his ass and say them live. Obviously he was informed.
The quote is, there's a person, a senior person, who was identified on record. I think he was on CBS News, personally testified to the fact that he indeed saw the heads of severed babies. Lieutenant Colonel Circuit told Sky News Australia. That is the. You want me to repeat it again? So you say that he confirmed 40 babies. He said there's a person, a senior person, who was identified on record. I think he was on CBS News, personally testified to the fact that he indeed saw the heads of severed babies.
And then what else did he say? Continue.
I know that the Israeli Prime Minister's office has also corroborated the news. Did the Prime Minister's office corroborate the news? And then he said, Lieutenant Colonel, this is what I said before, Lieutenant Colonel Kontrikos could not confirm the number of children beheaded was 40 as reported in the media. This is all in the same article.
Listen, if you continue...
And by the way, and still we are talking about the...
Daniel, don't read.
No.
What are you reading?
Okay. But I understand.
He's gonna say
hold
we trust him and we believe it was real, confirming it and double downing on it.
I understand. What do you mean double downing?
So you want pictures? What? Is that it?
What
do you want?
Yeah,
you
that's
want
exactly it.
Wait a minute. Let me follow this through. Can I follow this through? I hear you, of the actual beheadings. You want pictures. Yes, I know. So, Liv, is that the only thing that would satisfy you? Pictures of the babies that were beheaded?
No, that's not the point. The point is that you made a very huge accusation. You need to provide proof. And
what would the proof be? I just asked you. No. You listen.
The babies. The names.
Wait.
What are the names of those 40 babies?
Okay. So, but wait a minute.
We practiced the opposition.
Okay.
Everyone's telling them provide proof.
Right. I understand. I'm not stupid like you are. So listen, the proof that you're asking for, I'm asking a very simple question. What proof would satisfy you?
The name of the baby.
Pictures. I'm restating. Guys, wait a minute. I'm talking with Liv and Soren right now. So the question was, what proof? The answer provided was pictures or names. Now I have a response to that. I asked you what proof. You said pictures or names. Now here's my question for you. Is it possible that the Israeli government doesn't want to release the pictures and doesn't want to release the names for the following reason? because if they release the pictures and they release the names, it will be devastating to the families involved. The entire world will see the pictures of their little angel.
Why announce it?
I can answer that.
Not at all. It's quite contrary.
Why say it and why announce it? Because, wait a minute, I was asked a question. Sorry, guys. Sorry, boys. A got in first, and she asked me a question that I was able to hear. So I'm going to respond to that before fielding 11 more questions. She asked why announce it. I think that for that answer, you could defer to Daniel's original point that it was in the fog of war. They saw some horrific shit. They were going around. They said it on the news. Then later they said, you know what? We don't really need to even focus on this. Let's let these parents just grieve their horrible tragedy in peace. We've got enough other reasons to attack Hamas in Gaza. We've got enough other proof. We don't need to die on the hill of this 40 dead babies. So does that answer your question? That's why they announced it. That's why they walked it back.
The reason why we're so upset is that the American government and Antony Blinken came and reaffirmed that information. And that's why the American people were upset that we were lied.
Because it's disgusting. And here in America, we don't do that type of barbaric shit. We're 1,000 years past it.